Chrisley knows best how Tom and Julie handled Chloe's bullying situation. Recently in Chrisley Knows Best, Todd and Julie Chrisley mentioned how one of the viewers asked about how they picked schools for their children. On that episode, the caller admitted they lived in Nashville and that it was tiring since there were plenty of options, so Julie was the first to reply. Julie started by saying there were several private schools in Nashville, though she advised the caller not to cancel out public schools since there were a couple of good ones. Of course, Chrisley confessional listeners didn't believe for a second that Julie and Tom were capable of sending their kids to a public school. Both Julie and Todd took turns in talking about Chloe's experience in school. Eventually, they both admitted that Chloe's first school wasn't the best choice. Tom continued to add that the school wasn't sundry regarding race. Julie mentioned that Chloe wasn't the only student of color in the school, however, she was secluded in class. According to Todd, some of Chloe's classmates were mean to her because she was different from the others. Todd and Chloe continued to give another example of how mean the other students were being towards Chloe. They mentioned about a time when her class had to dress up in their imagination. Chloe and the other girls planned on being a unicorn. However, the other girls ended up telling Julie that unicorns are white, not black. Todd also mentioned that the girls also had a problem with Chloe's dark curly hair. Todd and Julie says yes. Eventually, Todd and Julie ended up enrolling their granddaughter in another school, which was more diverse to race. They admitted that Chloe had been begging them to straighten her hair. However, they always said no until recently. Todd even confessed they didn't want anyone heating up Chloe's hair since they didn't want her curls to be ruined. Though a stylist managed to convince him they could straighten her hair without causing. In the end, Todd admitted that Chloe looked great with straight hair, but he didn't know how it made her look older. Todd told his fans that Chloe is now in a better place. What's more, she learned to embrace her skin color and beautiful curly hair. We'll let you know as soon as more updates are released.